Hey folks, Pastor Jason Palmer here from Faith Bible Church right here in Vineland, New Jersey with your encouraging word of the day from Ascend FM. Today our word is the word time. Now, when we think of time, probably a lot of us have very little time in our week because we are just busy. I know my wife and I in the past several years, we have 5 children, 3 of which are adults now, but we were busy running around to school and extracurricular activities and running the kids to friends' house and with church activities. Life gets busy, and time in which we need to have to do things for ourselves is very, very, very little. And we think about finding time to be in God's word or finding time to pray. Well, that's the last thing we're thinking about, and that's a shame. But in our lives, we get so busy with the secular world around us. I want to challenge you this week to think of a time pocket in your week that you do things. Maybe it's you're driving in a car right now. You know, that those drives to work or to school where you have some time to speak to God, to pray to God, to invest in your kids in the back seat of speaking truth, to speaking the gospel to them. It is very, very important. I think we all have time, but it's what we do with those pockets of time that are very, very important. There's times we can turn off the radio. That time we can just meditate and think and praise and worship God. I love what the psalmist says in Psalms 119, 15, and 16. He says this: I will meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on your ways. I will delight in your statutes. I will not forget your word. Oh, may this be our prayer, that when we are in tune with God and we find that time, that we are meditating on his ways. We are fixing our eyes on his truth, and we are delighting in his statutes. And I love what he says at the end: I will not forget your word. And maybe today you're struggling with something in your life. Understand what God's word says. He will never leave you nor forsake you. And there's times we need to remember and meditate on these truths. Will you find time this week to do that, to turn something off, to get by yourself at a place of solitude where you can really, really focus and meditate on the goodness of God and what he has done? It may be at times to cry out in desperation. Continue to listen to more encouraging words from Ascend FM 107.7. God bless and have a great week.